Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Gold nearly hit an all-time high today, as equities have continued to slide since the Russia-Ukraine news broke. Now, crypto seems to be following equities more closely than it's following gold, which means crypto is continuing to behave how it has behaved for all 13 years of its recorded history. Folks, it's just a matter of fact thing. If you just zoom out on a timeline, you can see that crypto markets, it's just basically falling stocks. That's just the case. Like it, don't matter. It's just data. Doesn't mean it's following down to the second, the minute, the day of the week, so on and so forth. But that is indeed the case. And so it was interesting to see that as stocks have been sliding ever since the major news broke over a week ago now at this point with the war overseas relative to where I am anyway. It's been the case that there's mostly just been a slide. Little bumps up here and there, but mostly a slide downwards, and then you see gold break up. Which, means at least right now, it's behaving as you'd expect it to, if you believe the gold hedge against tumultuous times narrative. Also, there's this headline from the Daily Huddle. Oh, good old XRP institutional money coming in. Take a look at this. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP witness rise in institutional capital flows during geopolitical tensions. And also, despite the very scary times out there and a lot of uncertainty, including for investors within crypto markets because people are emotional, despite that being the case, wait till you see the juggernaut that's jumping into crypto now. So while not all of you, but many people out there are feeling very fearful, others are thinking about long-term business models to make their dollar within the crypto space. Before we go further, though, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this, XRP now at 74 cents, Bitcoin at $40,634. Yes, indeed, broken back above the $40,000 level. Market cap for the asset class 1.82 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance at 42.33%. For those of you that want to visualize it, here's a 24-hour chart for XRP. And if you flip on over to Bitcoin, here's a 24-hour chart for Bitcoin. So just recently, within the last couple hours or so, very much ramping up here. And it is March 8th as I record this, 9:55 p.m. Central Standard Time for anybody that's curious. So who knows, by the time you see this, what does it mean? That Bitcoin's going to be back down to like $30,000 now? No. I'm more of an optimist than that. We'll see what happens here. But either way, wait, I've got some data for you, though. You just sit tight for a couple minutes here. I got some serious data on that front. And then here's a crypto fear and greed index at 22 out of 100, indicating that your typical retail speculator is experiencing extreme fear because reasons don't make no damn sense, but that's how they're feeling. Now take a look at this. Right here in the top left, it might be kind of small if you're looking on a small screen like a tablet or a cellular phone. But this is the last 5 years of gold price action. And you can see the current marker is at $2,056 per ounce. The all-time high occurred in August of 2020, so almost 2 years ago. It's right where I'm circling right here, when it got up to, I don't have it on my, I looked it up earlier. It got up to like a little over $2,070, $2,072. It's something like that. It was somewhere around there. So, like, knocking on the door of the all-time high for gold in the history of mankind. That is something. And also worth noting that just about 20 years ago, maybe it was the year 2000, gold was worth about $300. So if the argument is that something cannot be a store of value if it's volatile, then I guess that gold's not a store of value. But I always think that's a stupid argument. Like, if it's a hedge against tumultuous times, it's not going to be just a store of value, as in it just remains flat, and flat relative to what? What the United States dollar, whatever your fiat currency is that you use in your daily life, relative to what? So the arguments are completely silly to me, but gold, at least to this point, it's behaving like it's in theory supposed to, and crypto, in theory, not so much behaving like it's supposed to. Except for, I dispute that too, because when I say supposed to, again, I say that because the narrative is that it's a hedge against tumultuous times, this and that, and maybe it will become that. All I'm saying is that the data shows that it's just behaving like equities behave in terms of price action. Now, it's more pronounced, obviously. You're getting asymmetrical returns relative to equities. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not happening. I'm just talking about in terms of the general direction and movements. There's a correlation there. There just is. And so the moves are obviously in crypto way more pronounced, which is why you have many more instances, let's say, of life-changing wealth investing in crypto compared to equities. Just saying, is what it is, folks. But institutional money continues to flow in. You've got to see how the whales are behaving, how the institutional money is behaving, and also another firm. Just check this out. So this is the article from Daily Hodl titled, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP witness rise in institutional capital flows during geopolitical tensions. And so, folks, there's a reason that I believe that those people investing in XRP that are sufficiently patient and have a sufficient amount invested are the ones that will achieve life-changing wealth. So, this isn't financial advice. Happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinion here, but because I don't know your personal circumstances, but I'm just telling you, like, the opportunity for life-changing wealth has not passed. We're way closer to the beginning of this asset class than we are to the end. So like, think about it. If you compare it to like and I do think these are interesting parallels. Compare this to the dot-com boom and bust. Where are we at in that cycle? Well, hell, we haven't even fleshed out or gotten to the point effectively where like we've flushed out all of the crap that shouldn't be here. Think about it. There's over 17,000 coins and more being created every damn day. Well, do you guys remember pets.com? Exactly. It's like there's so many firms out there. And you had this multi-trillion-dollar bubble that formed with the dot-com boom and bust. We haven't even gotten to the point where all that stuff's been flushed out yet. It's such early days. And then even after that happens, there's still opportunity. Just like when Amazon went from $113 per share down to $6 or $7, and then ultimately over a span of a couple decades, up over $3,000. So the real life-changing money is still to be made here. It really is still ahead. But anyway, check this article out. A leading digital assets manager says geopolitical risks are not keeping institutional crypto investors from adding to their positions in North America. In its latest Digital Asset Fund Flows weekly report, CoinShares says digital asset investment products enjoyed inflows of over $125 million last week. And here's a quote. Digital asset investment products saw inflows totaling $127 million last week, an uptick on the previous week, suggesting investors remain supportive of digital assets despite recent geopolitical events. End quote. So, folks, what the hell did you think? It's just going to go away, and because all of this is happening globally, now crypto just stops existing? And you got to understand, even when there are outflows from any asset or asset class, you know that's going somewhere else, right? That's why there's that saying, and I can't remember who coined it, but it's something to the effect of, I might be butchering it slightly, but the sentiment's the same either way. There's always a bull market somewhere. If money's flowing out of something, it's going somewhere. Even if it's just into fiat. Think about it, because it's that even if all the money went into fiat, even that would have a dramatic impact in terms of supply and demand. So whether it doesn't matter if it's going to equities, going into fine art, or automobiles, which are the worst investments on the planet, unless you're talking about very rare collectible vehicles, or if it's going into cryptocurrency. If something's flowing out of somewhere, it's going somewhere else. And so, you could say the trick would be trying to figure out where it is that it's going to. Okay, fine, have fun with that game. Fine, fair enough. But that's why I don't think. Do you put that kind of pressure on yourself? Always figuring out what's going where and when, and timing markets? Like, no. That's why for me, the best bet is to not worry about that crap. Just live your damn life, and then just have sufficient exposure to various asset classes, and then over a long time span, like, what do you think's going to happen when it comes specifically to crypto and equities? I mean, history shows us what we should reasonably expect, at least to this point, right? Specifically with those. So when it comes to that, I'm just like, put the money in, be patient, be more patient than everyone else that exists. That's the mission, basically. And so there is more money, even though this is on a smaller scale. I'll share with you the specifics, but more money's even flowing into XRP on an institutional level, which is interesting here. Leading crypto by market cap, Bitcoin saw the biggest inflow since December 2021 in its 7th consecutive week of inflows. And here's a quote. Bitcoin saw inflows totaling $95 million last week, the largest single weekly inflow since early December 2021, and has now seen 7 consecutive weeks of inflows, end quote. Altcoins Ethereum, Litecoin, Cardano, and XRP enjoyed inflows of 25 million, 0.4 million, 0.9 million, and 0.4 million respectively. Multi-asset investment products enjoyed a similar fate. So I don't really feel like I need to read the rest of the article. The point is, there have been a lot of very scared people over the last week. And how are other participants in the space behaving? In fact, take a look at this headline here. This is from the Daily Huddle. $150 billion investment firm, the giant, investment giant is what sounds worded in the article here. $150 billion investment giant Bain Capital announces massive new crypto arm. So again, folks, while the typical retail speculator is very scared and seeing price go down and making them exit into fiat currency, whatever fiat currency they use in the region in which they live, what has been happening behind the scenes? Well, here's another example right here. This is a major firm, very well known certainly within the United States. I don't know how well they're known globally, but big name within the United States. Lots of assets under management. And what are they doing? They're jumping into crypto. And do you think that them jumping into crypto now, if they see price go down, like, oh my gosh, I guess that really was a bad idea. Well, it's not going to be in crypto anymore. Do you think that that's what would go through their minds? Or they just be like, oh yeah, well, it's markets and volatile asset class. Eventually it rebounds. We'll make money regardless. What do you think they're thinking? You know? A leading investment firm with over $150 billion in assets under management is launching a new crypto fund. Today, Bain Capital launched Bain Capital Crypto, or BCC for short, a $560 million crypto funding arm. And here's a quote. "We are excited to announce Bain Capital Crypto, our first $560 million fund, and the launch of a new platform to support the renegades and pioneers building the next generation of internet infrastructure. We designed this dedicated investment firm to support crypto/Web3 builders from seed through growth with a highly technical and collaborative approach." End quote. So, do you think that they're worried about this all going away or prices going down in the short term? Do you think they think that crypto is going to stop existing? Because that's a lot of money to put into something if you're not like about 100% sure that this is a reasonable thing to do and that it's going to be around for the long haul. What does that tell you? And these poor little typical retail speculators just don't get the big picture. They feel the feels of their little investment going down, or maybe it's a big investment, whatever it is subjectively to them, and then emotions get the best of them. It's just unfortunate. Which is too bad, because here's more and more evidence of just how whales are behaving. Look at this headline from the Daily Huddle. Insights firm says crypto whales increasing buying power, adding over $1 billion in Tether in just 1 month. And so it's not just that money's flowing into Tether. Part of what this article also highlights is the degree to which Bitcoin's been purchased while we're at relative lows for Bitcoin in terms of price action. In fact, take a look at this quote here. Bitcoin continues to see... I should mention, this is from Santiment, analytics firm Santiment, and I'm a fan of their work. But anyway, Bitcoin continues to see coins moving off of exchanges while prices are near a 6-month bottom. Did you hear that? Near a 6-month bottom. Interestingly, 21 of the past 26 weeks saw Bitcoin moving more off of exchanges than onto exchanges. Look for major outflow spikes as price rise indicators. So folks, why are they sharing that and why does that matter? Well, a couple things here. Bitcoin has been getting snatched up by whales as your typical retail speculators have been selling. So the whales, the hungry whales, are buying. They've been buying at a discount. And they have no interest in selling at these prices. They are not fearful. So these particular market participants have moved their Bitcoin off exchanges. That's typically the behavior you're seeing because you don't want to keep crypto on exchanges unless you plan to do something with it soon, because if they get hacked or something, not your keys, not your crypto, that whole thing, if exchanges get hacked, kind of in trouble. So people, especially whales, they get this, and so they move their damn Bitcoin off the exchanges. So this is an indicator historically, as you see big outflows from exchanges, the Bitcoin, price rise is to follow. It's simple supply and demand. They snatched up the Bitcoin that was sold at a discount, and now whatever remains on exchanges, and there's less supply now because the hungry whales, they just gobbled up whatever they wanted to gobble up. And now the rest of the retail speculators, the emotional purchasers that are the ones that result in the majority of volatility, now they're left fighting over less Bitcoin. It's simple supply and demand, folks. That's all that's going on here. And the market continues to move in tandem. If you look on your screen right now, here's the top 10 cryptos by market cap according to Live Coin Watch. If you look on the right where I'm circling, this is the weekly price chart. If throw out the stable coins, Tether and USDC, these charts look almost exactly the damn same. They really do.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.